In today's video, we will go over the 8 behaviors of good managers, which might be actually 10, but let's stick to 8. How did I come up with this list? I did not, but Google did. Google did a project called Project Oxygen, okay? This was their research on basically, do managers even matter, okay? They did the first part of this study in 2002, then they did an update in 2008, and then in 2018, okay? So you could ask the question, why is the 2018 study still relevant? I tell you why, because still in 2025, Google still does their interview and hiring for managers based on the list contained in this study. Okay, so in this video, I will show you this exact list. So as I said, Google did this study from 2002 to 2018, and they did over 10,000 observations. So what does those observations contain? They contain meeting notes, they contain anonymous feedback from employees, they contain employee surveys, they did over 1,000 interviews with managers and employees as well. So there is a lot of information contained in this study, and I tried to break it down into a digestible blueprint for you. So this is what they found in the study. What is the myth of technical experts? In an interview, Laszlo Bock, who was the senior vice president of people management for Google for quite some time, he said that what employees valued the most were even skilled bosses who made time for one-on-one meetings, who helped people puzzle through problems by asking questions, not dictating answers, and who took an interest in employees' lives and careers. Okay, so this is what people said at Google. So let's see what matters most according to Google. So these are the top 8 behaviors a manager has to have, and this is in the order of importance. Okay, so number 1 is going to be a good coach. Okay, this is the most important quality Google identified. Okay, great managers guide their teams by providing regular feedback, actionable feedback, mentorship, just to help the team members grow rather than just telling them what to do. So this is going to be a good coach. And the second one is going to be empower, don't micromanage. Okay, so effective leaders has to trust their team with ownership. Okay, they give people the space, execute their work without just hovering over them, just to make sure that you're there. Okay, the third one is going to be create an inclusive environment. Okay, so the best managers care about their people, care about their team members, and they are not just looking at them just as workers, right? So they have to create an inclusive and psychologically safe environment, okay, by showing concern for their team's personal well-being and success as well. Be productive and result-oriented, okay? Top managers, they are organized, they focus on driving results, they know their numbers, they know their KPIs, they align the team goals, they remove the roadblocks, remove any blockers that they find, and they help the team members be productive to reach those goals. Okay, so this is the part where you have to match the data-driven side of you, the KPI-driven side of you, with the human empathy-powered coach. Okay, be a good communicator. What does that mean? This is a two-way street, right? So great managers have to share information openly, but they have to be really good at listening as well. They are approachable and they pay attention to their team members' ideas, concerns, anything that comes up. Okay, so it's a two-way street, really important. Number 6, support career development. Exceptional managers invest their time in long-term growth. Okay, so you have to be safe in your environment as well to make sure that you can plan ahead. They act as a career coach, helping employees improve in their role, improve in their processes, and make sure that they can, step up. They can lead the team later. They can move on into a more senior position, right? So you have to make sure that you support career growth. And that has to be something that is around putting your ego aside, right? So you have to make sure that you can enjoy the success of others. Number 7, have a clear vision, okay? So the greatest managers, they have a sense of direction. They have a clear vision and strategy. They know where they have to go, and they know how to figure out how to get there. So this helps everyone to just understand what is the team's mission, what is the team's vision, and what is the direction that we have to go. Okay, and last but not least, have key technical skills. What are the key technical skills that we mean here? Is that While managers need enough technical expertise to understand work and offer informed advice, this was ranked at the least important, right? So you see, this is number 8. Okay, so former SVP Laszlo Bog, that the quote was from him that we read. He said that people skills like making connections and being accessible are far more crucial than deep technical knowledge. Okay, so it's fine if you have it and you can give some good advice, but it is the least crucial out of all. So as I said before, in 2018, they made the leap from 8 to 10, which is collaborates effectively and is a strong decision maker. Obviously, collaboration is either important because you can support it within the team, or on the other hand, you as a manager have to collaborate with other managers within the company to make sure that you are aligned and going to the same direction, right? And the other one is a strong decision maker. I think it speaks for itself. As a manager, you have to be able to make decisions even if you have enough information. Sometimes you don't, but you have to be a strong decision maker. Once Google figured out what are the best characteristics and behaviors of managers, they did not stop there. They also looked at what are the 5 dynamics of effective teams. Okay, and number 1 was psychological safety. Okay, we talked about managers have to be good coaches. They have to communicate well. They have to delegate. They have to do a lot of things that help the team be psychological safe. Okay, they know that it's okay to speak up. They know if it's okay to give feedback, and they know how to take feedback. This is the kind of environment you have to make as a manager. Okay, dependability. They can depend on each other, and they can depend on their manager. If they're having a bad day, if they made a mistake, if they lack some knowledge, they can depend on each other. Okay, structure and clarity. They know their roles. You know the team lead. You know the manager. You know who's working on different kind of parts of the project, and they know their role within the system. They know how the pieces come together and how they can reach the goal together, right? So this makes it easier for them to know that this is what I have to do, this is how it connects to other people's job, and this is how we're going to reach the mission. Meaning of work. Why are we doing something, right? Is it just for the sake of doing work, or is it for the sake of reaching a goal? To make a product better, to release a new feature, to invent something, right? So what is the purpose, the meaning of work? You have to be clear of that, because just working just for the sake of working, it can burn out people really fast. Impact of work, right? So once we are done with the mission, the meaning of our work, what is going to be the impact on the world, right? Are we making a product that is going to be good for people? It's going to make the world a better place, right? It can be any impact you want, but it has to be something that is acceptable for you, ethical for you, right? You have to figure out what's the impact of your work. So which of these 8 behaviors do you think matters the most today? Leave it in the comments. And if you want to see more AI-driven, data-driven, people-focused leadership advice and tools, make sure to subscribe.